Okay, we're live everywhere. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Zoom. We have Vasi Huntalas and Josette Diaz today, guys, helping you be an intuitive and have a great life. So Brenny is going to step on out of here and let you take it away.
Hey everyone, this is Vasi. I'm so glad to have you joining us on Facebook or here on Zoom. And just by way of introduction, Brenny and I had a really fun interview a few weeks ago. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I invite you to do it and actually participate with us because we did some intuitive painting. So I'm here to answer any questions you have about intuitive painting, and I'll start off by saying that for those of you that have had too much time at your computer or texting or planning or analyzing or any of those things we tend to do a lot of, this is a wonderful way to connect in with your intuition and really open a different way to access your soul's wisdom. And so this is a process I've done since I was little, and I've developed it and have so much fun, and it's given me so much joy in the people in my workshops. And in fact, I just wanted to invite Anne-Marie. I don't know if you're on audio, if there's anything, Anne-Marie, you'd like to share about your experiences doing intuitive painting since you've been in some of the workshops. Oh, you know what, Anne-Marie? We don't have audio for you, unfortunately.
She might have to call in if she doesn't.
Oh, you know what? You're going to have to call in, Brenny's saying. Can you hear that?
If she doesn't have it on her computer, because I'm only seeing a video on her computer, which normally it would have both. But you know what? I just have to say how all of this flows together. I have Miria on live stream, still on Facebook, who just was talking with Jenna, and we still have L'Oreal on. So thanks for staying on, because how cool is this? Because what they're talking about is the fun we had when I was with Vasi. All these ideas were popping in my head. I was getting rid of the I can't think. There we go. I now see you can unmute her because she has a microphone up there.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Woohoo! So this is fun because it all falls in place. And L'Oreal, this is what when I saw the painting, I thought of Vasi and how it opened me up to seeing things differently instead of trying to figure out the same old, you get stuck in a rut of thought process. And when I saw those kids painting, it was like a new possibility. Of course, kids are intuitive. It's just us usually saying that you did not see that, So it's like this is perfect divine timing for the ladies that were on the call before. It kind of goes right in hand. Yeah. So you make sure when she's done talking with Anne-Marie to raise your hand or put in chat, and they will pop you on there. She doesn't want her video. She just wants to do audio because, she's got kids and they're climbing all over. So we're cool with that. I'm zipping out and let you take it away, Vasi.
Okay. Thanks, Brenny. Great to have you on, Lorelei, too. So it looks like we've got Anne-Marie unmuted. And so Anne-Marie, what would you like to share about your experiences with this type of process?
Well, hello, gorgeous ladies. It looks like there's ladies, but maybe who knows on Facebook Live. So, well, I just want to say that what really has been explained about this process is what I experienced, which is that I always saw myself as not creative, can't paint, can't draw, can't do anything. And I was pretty, kind of nervous and uncomfortable with the idea of going to an intuitive painting workshop. But what I discovered was that it was just beautifully guided in terms of allowing me to express what I didn't know I was wanting or needing or understanding internally in my own, as Vasi said, soul. It's like, what did I need to understand? And so it was a beautiful experience of a guided process. And then I watched myself pick up, a sponge or a Q-tip or a paintbrush. And I had so much fun with so many colors. And then I just found that I just created. I created images, and then we were invited to really ask ourselves, what did I paint? What is this shit telling me? And I have to say, I went to one workshop and I went back to more and more and more, and I have beautiful images that I've posted in my own sacred space that allow me to honor that I do understand more than I knew before from that experience. And so I have great memories, and I also have I put the answers to my questions on the back of the painting. So I get to look at the painting and I get to turn it over and go, oh yeah, this is my truth. So a lot of my experience was accessing my own inner truth.
Thank you for that, Anne-Marie. I'm remembering how you were at a transition in your life, and then how the painting really provided that clarity that you were looking for, and really knowing what you wanted and what you needed at that time. And I think that's really the opening, is like, art is such a powerful tool for when we're going through transformation and we feel like, there's a saying, in the middle of change, it feels like failure. And it's because we don't know we're in the middle of something. We think this is it, right? We've arrived. And so art is a big enough container where we can tap into the power and really listen and get a bigger perspective. Like Anne-Marie said, it gives you a different view, a different take on things, aside from just what our left brain analytical mind is telling us is going on, or any of that chatter or judgment. So I really want to thank you, Anne-Marie, because it's very experiential, and it's something I feel like, once you go through it, you can really speak to it, of the experience. Thank you.
Absolutely. And for anybody that might be listening, if you live in your head a lot, which is where I live, and you always have lots of thoughts, I'm a triple Gemini, lots of thoughts, going on, and all about info and data. This was really wonderful to get out of the head and down into my heart, and really access, as I said, access my inner truth and wisdom. So I highly, it felt like I really got balanced.
Yeah.
Well, I like the theme here too of how to get out of your head, especially women, is we tend to really stay in our head a lot more. And that's what I love, is like giving us permission to have fun and get out of our head. And I didn't think of the toothbrush. Now I want to go paint with a toothbrush. You said your artwork. I just saw images flash through my head. I'm like, oh, I've got to go do that. So yes, it's not about being an artist. It's about releasing and getting your creativity out, which we all have. When you were a child, what did you love to do? Well, we all love to get most of us love to get our hands dirty, whether it was painting or getting in the mud. And that's what it's all about, is lighten up, people. Get out of your head. So thank you, Anne-Marie, for popping in here. And what a beautiful scarf you have on.
Yeah, very beautiful.
I love scarves. I just love scarves. They can change the energy in a second. And it's like, I don't know, I just love them. And I love the color purple too. So far we're hitting 100 here. Any questions? Let me see. Nothing on the live stream as of yet, but you see how it goes in 30 minutes. It'll all be popping on. But that's fine. Share this out, guys. This is really good stuff. And we're going to get Josette on here too. Josette is another speaker in the Tele Art Gathering. So let's just talk about the Tele Art Gathering for a moment. As I've been having a lot of fun getting to make new friends and co-create. And I was looking at the flow, because I'm a oracle card reader, and I always love to see what is the story. And in my mind, I was dreaming last night, and it was like how we all have a different flow to this story of the Tele Art Gathering too, our little piece on helping people unlock, but it's all on the same journey. If you notice, the people, when they show up, it's like, oh, wait a minute, we just finished that talk, and now that has exactly to do with what you're trying to do. You guys were all intuitive. It's that you have let yourself in life really just block it. And it's okay to have fun because you're supposed to have fun. Josette, you better get smiling over there.
I'm listening to you intently.
That's our little cougar. I call her Buttercup.
Ready?
So let's, you ready to pop in so they can find a little bit about our little cougar here? And we're talking about animal energy. Shame on you people.
Well, just so we clear up cougar energy. The cougar energy.
That it's me, guys. That's Brenny.
So my name is Josette Diaz, and my spirit animal for the Tele art gathering was the cougar, because it's so specific about what I do in this particular offer that I'm giving, which is a mindful journey to change and a vision quest that goes along with it. So the vision quest piece becomes your vision board, but it's done a little differently than most traditional boards that you've seen, even the online boards that I've come across. We're using art to articulate the energy that we're creating. And so the whole process coincides with the cougar, because cougars are very focused. And when they are focused in on their prey, they have that in their sight. And then along the way, as they watch for the right moment, they stay open to other opportunities. And they do that in order to make a decision as to, here's my goal, but if something else comes up in my space that is for my betterment, rather than this goal I think I'm going towards, they immediately assess and make a decision and then just go for it. And that's part of the process of what I do in a mindful journey. You know, we're working on releasing the expectations that you have in your world, identifying what your values are. And, you know, I do that through taking you through different mindful tools that help you assess this and kind of get clear. And we do a timeline, which really is fun because it allows you to sort of see where things have been in your life, and where the positives are, the negatives are, and nothing's ever really negative, but let's just say that, you know, your challenges or things that happened in your life that maybe weren't the best, that didn't feel the best. And so once you kind of get that assessment, it allows you to take a bigger picture look, and then you can really pinpoint where the places were that you added value to how you developed your own values. So in money, love, family, and life in general. So that's the beginning process of everything that we do. So we look at expectations. We look at, you know, zeroing in on how you need, you know, the art of patience, because everything must conspire in order for you to manifest something. And then we bring it all into harmony. And so there's this really beautiful process that people are taking a journey when they're looking at changing something in their life. And that's the process that I offer. And it coincides with the abilities of the cougar spirit animal. So that's why Brenny likes to give me a hard time about being a cougar. So, yeah, I know, me too. So it's great. And Brenny and I had a really nice interview, and it was really fun. And, you know, I'm open to like having some more conversation about what that journey means, and taking a look at different aspects of it.
I want to make sure. Oh, I got feedback all of a sudden. No? Good. For those of you on the live stream, you can see teleartgathering.com. If you want to go to Vasi's speaker page, it's /Vasi, V-A-S-I. If you want to go to Josette's speaker page, it's /Josette, J-O-S-E-T-T-E. You can go out there. Everybody has awesome gifts right off the bat. Those are, I thank you for that. So at least go take a look at their speaker pages and see what they've got available. And if you like what they talk about, what they do, They have special offers also. I still am updating Vasi's page because what she decided to do was extend it because it seems life got busy for everybody. And I received a lot of emails and people didn't get to watch all the interviews. So then, of course, they're not going to go jump right in and say, oh, I think I'll get a special offer, even though it may be the teacher you've been asking for. You just haven't had time. So we decided to push all the special offers out and all the gifts out for 2 more weeks. So go out there and take a look. But Vasi, like I said, I have to update her page. But we don't worry. We just chill out. Don't worry. You'll get an email. So L'Oreal, did you want to pop on and ask some questions here? Let's really take advantage of it. Maybe they can help you unblock some of the fear so we can get on with your purpose and your program. And remember the vision I saw for you trying to help the mothers and the daughters. And they were at a retreat. I of course, country, so I saw picnic tables outside, yes, s'mores and all that good stuff. But I saw the younger kids starting, you know, they looked around 8, 7, 8, 9, painting. So we could talk about this and go a little deeper. I know part of the problem is people don't know what questions to ask because they just, she's been showing up every time and making shifts and changes and getting clarity on something that, you know, was just like, how can I do a program to help the mother-daughters, especially of the African-American Black culture in the South here. Let me see. Well, I'm talking live. We do hands-on painting. So Vasi, are you reading her?
I am. Yeah. So I wanted to say that I've been using Canva, and so I know what you're talking about. And what I've been doing is taking my intuitive paintings that I've been doing and bringing them into Canva.
I unmuted her, so she just had a baby a few days ago, like I think 5 days ago. So if you hear some noise, or it could be her husband playing video games. I just want to make sure she can ask her questions. She doesn't want to be on screen yet, but she has before. But so just so you know, her mute is unmuted, so you can ask her questions because I can. You know, I'm just seeing this beautiful vision of how you can guide her to open her mind up, that intuitive part of how she can apply this with all the age groups from 8 to 18 was the age groups. I'm not sure how much, if you got her story, but in a nutshell, a creative way for them to be doing things, the mother and the daughters in different pods or different age groups, like, you know, let's say 7, 8, 9, that type thing in the teenagers. So maybe if you have that little bit of information, that might help you see something so that every time she shows up, she's getting another step forward to clarity.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm reading her question. Will this work with a program like Canva? I don't have access to Paint, but I would love to add this to my messaging now. This is wonderful. So I just wanted some clarification on what you were wanting to know about that.
Well, I'm interested in doing the intuitive painting. I had never heard of it before. I've seen people do it, but never had it explained in detail. But it's definitely something that I'm interested in, and using my intuitive work, to on social media. Start building my following. And I wanted to know if I could use Canva to start, or what I need to do what you suggested, Vasi, which would be to take a painting or a drawing and upload it into Canva and use it that way.
Right. Yeah, I take pictures of mine just on my camera. And then I maybe crop them because, you know, they may not exactly be, you know, you get the edge of the paper, whatever. And then I upload into Canva, and then I put quotes or sayings or things like that of my own on there. And so that's a way you could do messaging. And what I would encourage you to do is maybe do a painting if you're thinking of a certain theme or message or topic that your audience would really like. And then do the painting and then sit and ask your intuition to give you any certain words or phrases or messages that go along with it. Because I really believe that you're unlocking, when you do that painting, you're unlocking your wisdom and accessing it. And the words is another level for people to access that wisdom. So then what I do in Canva is I use the painting as the backdrop, and then I put the word, over the painting. And, they have it for Facebook. You could do the Facebook size or whatever. It'd be super simple for you to then put that on social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And I wanted to encourage you. You said you don't have access to paint. Well, crayons work great. I don't know if you watched the interview I did with Brenny, or actually my free gifts. I use crayons, one of my free video gifts, if you get those.
Yes.
Use watercolors, that you get at the drugstore that maybe, if you have kids, they have. And, even things like that can turn out really great. Crayons, watercolors. Anne-Marie was talking about some of the things that we painted with. I have sea sponges are also kind of fun. You could also use craft paint or poster paint. And we also use bubble wrap. That's one of the things. Again, in my video, I talk about it a little bit, how to use bubble wrap to do some fun things.
For those of you country folk that don't have access to paint, you could use things like beets. You could use things like blueberries, because if you've ever had a stain from berries or beet juice, that's what the natives used to use, a lot of it based on coloring systems they use. So really what it is, guys, think outside of the box. If you feel, like you should do this today, just go see what you have. Just think, if I had white carpeting and it made a stain, what would it be? It's like, there's some coffee. I just got a coffee. Wine, but I don't feel wine, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, have fun with food paints, right? Thank you for your question, Laurel.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have fun. I'd love to see what you do.
I will be showing it on Facebook, and I'm going to send friend requests, so when I post it, I'll be able to tag you.
Great. Thank you so much. Wonderful.
Excellent. Make sure to upload it to the Tele Art Gathering page on Facebook.
Okay, I can.
Facebook.com/Tele Art Gathering. We're trying to get lots of activity there so more people find it, because how powerful L'Oreal, just found these, and she shows up for them because they are kind of addictive, because it's different personalities on different subjects, but it's all about being the best you can be, and helping you fight each of your little battles like we go through. We don't wake up happy every day most of the time, but that's why the support system and taking advantage of these awesome speakers. So any other questions we got going on here? Let me see. They're just quiet on the live stream, even though I see you on the live stream, people.
So, Brenny, if there's no questions, I can go over my offer if I can share the screen.
Let's do it. Yay, share the screen. I gave you power.
You did. Woohoo! Okay. Hang on a second here. Let's see. Hang on. Apparently I've got a lot of things open here. Okay. So here's the offer, and it's really about igniting your soul's vision. And a lot of times we go into the new year and we have a certain idea of what we're going to do, and that may be it for you. But this is a way to go really deeper and tap into your intuition and really see what your soul has in mind for you. Because when we align with that energy, it's like there's incredible flow. So this is about, what if you had a fun, easy way to tap into your soul's wisdom, and you connected with your vision, and then you were inspired. So this is a 2-part online course, and the first part here is going to be February 16th, and we're going to be doing some intuitive painting exercises to really unlock that vision that's within you from your higher self, as opposed to your ego maybe thinking, oh, this is your vision for the year. So you'll get some perspective and clarity like Anne-Marie talked about, which happened for her. So we'll be doing some painting actually together, because I find that people really at first believe the 3 buts. But I don't have time to paint, but I'm not good enough, but what's the use? What's the value of it? So we take those on in the first session and we set those aside and we paint together, and I lead people through some visualization so you can really connect in with your soul's vision. And then we have a week incubation between that painting and coming back. And I'll give people some exercises to do in between there. And then we do part 2, which is activate your inspired actions. And that's February 23rd. And we're going to then be looking at your painting, or you're going to be looking at your painting, and you're going to really tune into your intuition and take it to another level. So what are the inspired actions that you are getting to take? And we'll do that not just from our left brain, but from the integration of our right and our left brain together using intuitive painting. So you get that part of it being very expansive and inspired. And at the same time, you'll get the practical aspect too of what you'll start doing in the months, weeks after after this class, to allow you to really be in ease and joy and flow with your vision. And as part of this, we're going to have a Facebook group, which I'm really excited about, because people can post their paintings and we can continue to share and what's going on and kind of keep the momentum going for you. And it's very safe and fun and supportive. I often, the majority of people that come to these have no art experience. So I just want to set people straight that you don't have to have any experience. And in fact, it's almost more powerful if you don't, because the sky's the limit. And we use non-traditional materials. And so your brain doesn't know what to do with it. And you'll find yourself just having fun and tapping into that inner child. And to me, this is all about energy and intuition. So like attracts like, and what happens in this process is you shift your energy. And so you align with what the painting is from your soul vision from part 1. And then you continue to, as Emery shared with us when she was on, you post your painting, you continue to look at it, and you continue to activate the energy and align your energy with whatever that vision is that you came up with. And it's amazing. I've had some incredible things happen, and I've had participants in the workshop tell me, Vasi, I thought I came in to work on this vision, and actually it was about my relationship with my husband, or I came to work on this. I've been stuck with this project for 2 years, and I realized it was actually, I needed to close the chapter on the deaths of my sisters and the grieving around that. And now I can't stop working on my project. There's such flow. So this is a way to step into your vision and get into flow in a way that doesn't feel hard or a struggle. So many of us have worked really hard and done lots of clearing and lots of processes. And what I would share with you is it can be that simple as doing a painting, shifting your energy and aligning with that, and just stepping into flow. So those are some things that we'll be doing in this 2-part course. It'll be via Zoom, and it'll also be recorded if you can't make one of them. But I hope each of you that register can make it, because that's where our group energy comes together, and it's very powerful. So what I do with every group is I also meditate, and I bring in specific intuitive information for the group. And the visualizations aren't scripted. I tune into the group energy and I channel whatever it is that the group needs in order to drop into a deeper space. So if this is something that interests you, it will be customized to really support you and whatever the group is needing and wanting through this process.
I just love this idea, because everybody is so stuck in that you have to sit in a boring webinar and do this and do that. And it's like, no, it's not true. Things that are fun can have the most powerful shifts possible for your future and for your clarity. So that's what I love about, the two of you and how well you fit together, is you're both doing creative things that help them have major shifts. And you're intuitive, like they said, they tune into the group so that it's really customized for your energy, and like does attract like. So I want to hang out with fun people. Okay, Josette, what do you got? Let's talk about
it. Let's see. Let me find you again. Sorry, I clicked off. There we are. Okay. So My process is a little bit different than what you would experience in like most vision board classes. So I take you through a process of really determining what your values are, as I mentioned before, and really getting clear about what you're expecting from the people around you, what you really can influence. And then from there, we move into really getting clear about what your intention is. So there's another process that I take you through that is a mindful, this is where part of the journey comes in, because we're taking mindful tools where we're looking at what are the facts versus emotion, and then coming up with a wise mind choice. So your facts are going to be your left brain, your emotions are your right brain, and then putting those two things together to come up with a wise mind choice that then gives you clarity so that you know what action to take. Just like the cougar moves along looking at that target and is taking action as it keeps its eye out for other opportunities that might be better for their highest and best good or easier prey. And as you take those action steps moving towards your goal, you then are doing it with a pure intention, that you've clarified the intention. So that can be just as simple as sometimes we think we know what we want, and then we make a statement about it, but yet we're not very clear. So then out of that statement, we bring in other aspects that we weren't really expecting, and it takes us off course. So like an example of that could be, I want, boundless abundance. Well, if I say I just want a blanket statement of boundless abundance, then what am I really inviting in that might not match up with my own values, my own integrity? And so without having that process of determining what your values are and what you're actually expecting back, you can bring things towards you that you didn't really want. So that's why this is, you have to, in order to get to that vision piece, you go through this journey. And then the vision itself is the vision quest, where you're actually painting on a canvas board, bringing in the energy that you've already clarified and you've gotten clear on your intention, and you're creating something for yourself that matches what you're saying you want, and then you visualize it and you transfer it onto a board. And then from the painting, you then add in your pictures, your typography, and then I usually like to put like a crystal grid on the back because I'm a Reiki master teacher as well. And so I use crystals on the back of the board, and then put the intention, I Reiki the intention on the back, and then it becomes amplified with what you're creating, so that you have everything lined up, matching, and you bring it all into harmony. And so that's the offer, the set of 3 classes that I would be taking all the participants through. So let's see, I know there's a couple of questions. Oh yes, I can show you the question is, do I have a Vision Quest board that I can show you? So excuse me, I'm going to reach across the screen here.
So don't you guys see how all this cool stuff comes together? You just have a new different way to open it up, and I love it.
Now this is a board that I did, probably a year or so ago. And it was really about my business and balance and what I was looking towards wanting to do in my business. And you can see in the back, there's the painting. I have, this is my signature brand color, is this magenta, and then gold. And then I have all the things that are important to me on here. And just to give you an idea of the crystal grid, this is what's on the back. So I create these crystal grids intuitively. I tune into the energy and of the participants, and then I put the crystal grid on the back. Now, because this will be an online course, I won't be able to do that, personally for you, but I will teach you how to do a crystal grid. And if you choose to put one on the back, you can do that with different crystals that you can get at any of the local stores that are in your area. And I choose like very small stones. You can see they're very tiny. Some of them are small, but they actually show up really well. And then this is where I would Reiki the intention on the back of this. And then you have this to look at, and it keeps you focused. I keep mine in my workspace, and I look at this every day. So I am always focused on what it is that I am intending for my business and for myself. And it's not going to stay there, sorry. And so it keeps me on target. And I've been able to create a lot of different things out of doing these boards. And I've had some great experiences with people who, okay, what Reiki is. All right, so let me talk about what Reiki is. So we all are familiar with different aspects of what Reiki truly is. So in yoga, it's called prana. It's life force energy. In Chinese medicine for acupuncture, it's called qi. In the US, Reiki is Rei meaning universal, Qi meaning life force energy, is universal life force energy. And the form that I practice is the Usui Holy Fire. And so what Reiki channeled energy, universal life force energy, that goes into the body, opens up the energetic pathways, and brings your body to a place of openness so that it can then accept the healing that is being offered through an energetic transfer. And so it relaxes the body, opens you up to heal. So anything that you're doing that is healing, even if it's Western medicine, it will open up your pathways to accept that healing even more. So it allows you to just completely relax. It's great for anything. You can use Reiki for headaches, depression, anxiety. Reiki can assist you in going towards goals as well, because it's opening up all the pathways in your body and works directly with your 7 main energetic pathways of your chakras. So are there any questions about that?
No, but I love that you hop on here. Cindy said, thank you. This is really wonderful, and gave you a big heart.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, well, maybe not everyone knows what Reiki is, because we are live streaming on Facebook, and they might just see something that says, what is that about? Pop on and go, huh? So it's, to me, I just see it an added bonus of miracle love energy. Kind of that's, Brenny and her high-tech explanation. So, in Feng Shui, we set our intention, and it's like that portal you have there. So to me, any ways to activate and raise the vibration, and it once again, you don't even have to believe in it. You just feel it and know it happening. Mm-hmm. But I love, so see, we got an artist. People are like, what? How can you use paint? That's why we do Q&A, so you can ask your questions. Cindy, if you have a question, pop it on in. Stuart, let me know. Miria, Alicia, I know you're showing up and like this. You don't even have to be heard on Facebook Live. So if we don't have any other questions, I just want to make sure you know how to get to their speaker pages. So for the Facebookers, there you go. teleartgathering.com/Vasi, V-A-S-I. That's going to take you to Vasi's page. And if you want to get to Josette's, it's teleartgathering.com/Josette, J-O-S-E-T-T-E. If you want to learn how to take a screenshot, that would be the little round home button at the bottom and your on-off switch, and you'll go click, and you can have that on your phone. If you want to, which I highly suggest, you follow us on our Tele Art Gathering Facebook page. That's where you can go out and ask questions if you're watching the replay and you want a little bit more information and see if the program's a fit. They go out there and read these things. So that's facebook.com/teleartgathering. It's also a great place to go look for events, because you never know. If we get a lot of requests, then we pop on and do these impromptu kind of Q&As to get clarification. So, any questions on live stream Facebook? Last call. No. We're going to say thank you very much for showing up on Facebook Live. I'm going to close that down now. I could have been an auctioneer, don't you think?
You could have.
You
Totally.
have that voice, yes.
Okay, so now we're going to end on our Zoom. And guys, if you're watching the replay, either place you show up. But when you show up on Zoom, we can unmute you, talk to you. We can take off your video so you can be seen like these lovely ladies and get some, powerful coaching done. So I want to say thank you. Peace and love. I'm going to end the recording now. Ladies, bye.
Bye.